Happy Monday. We are officially in our school year. We dropped Camden off this morning, and really he did pretty good. He was a little nervous when we first got there, and we took him into the cafeteria where we were supposed to drop him off and they would come pick him up or whatever, and the noise really got to him. So excuse me, still coughing. So we got there though after they had already taken kindergarten classes onto their rooms. So we walked him to his room and got him kind of situated. And honestly, I think it was harder on my husband than on any of us. It was just, well, the anxiety of leaving him there when he's not used to doing that, and just knowing that he was anxious, because last night, actually when he was getting his bath, he started crying and saying that he needed somebody to be with him, and he was scared and all of that kind of stuff. And I mean, you hate to hear that, so we just played it up, made it a big deal. And I, told him that I had to go to school today and that I was really nervous, for the same reasons. I didn't know the people that are going to be in my class, and I don't know my teachers, all of that. So I told him when I picked him up, we'd go and have ice cream, and then just kind of talk about our day. And then he's got occupational therapy at 2:30. I'm thinking by that time he is going to be exhausted, and so while he rests, I'm going to go to the gym. I have my first class today at 10:30, so I'm trying to get to work for at least a little bit. And yeah, like I said, I'm keyed up and I'm anxious about how things are going to go in general and the pace that we're going to go at. And I keep volunteering for things at the school. I know that they've said, oh, well, at any time you can just tell us, no, I'm too busy or whatever, but I keep signing up for things and I need to stop it. I have a lot of other stuff going on, and I just need to focus on it and get it done. But it's nice to know that when I do have some downtime, that I can hopefully help with those things. So we got to meet the principal this morning and talk with her, which was nice. And we met with the president and vice president of the PTA. They hosted a breakfast for us, which was kind of nice. We got to meet a couple of other parents that had kids in our son's class, and find out a little bit more about how they do their day and what kind of things they look for as far as quote-unquote tests for kindergartners. And so that was a little bit more mind-easing for me. Like I said, I think my husband was the most anxious about it. He knows how anxious Camden can get and how hard it is to calm him down, and so I think that's where a lot of his anxiety and concern come from. But I didn't hear any major meltdowns when we left the classroom, and he seemed like he was okay. I emailed his teacher, and I should have done it before last night, but I emailed her last night and just kind of went over some of the things that might be like triggers for him as far as getting upset or things that kind of can set off some of his more autistic type behaviors, and then things that would help him to calm down. And he had mentioned that he was really nervous that Daddy and I would not be with him. So I printed off and laminated a picture of each of us with him to keep in his backpack, so that if he gets nervous, he's got a picture of Mommy and Daddy. And I've got a back seat full of superheroes. I think Superman, Batman, Hawkeye, and Green Lantern are in the back seat, and they're supposed to be waiting for him when he gets out of school this afternoon. So he wanted to take them with him, and I told him we didn't want to lose them, so let's keep them in the car. And he was so funny. He's like, well, they have to go. So they're waiting in the back seat. But anyway, I'm now headed to work. I'm going to try to get in about an hour before I have to go to class. And I try to get in maybe another 30 minutes after that. I also have to go try to find out if they have my book for my Lifetime Fitness class, because the first quiz for it is due next Monday. And I have to do some body assessments and endurance assessments and things like that and get them turned in. So I'm hoping that they have them by now, but if not, we'll just email the teacher and let him know that things are not in place yet. So we're going to be okay and work out. We just need to calm down. Almost to the school, and I have a feeling it's going to take me a while to find a parking spot. So I'm going to go ahead and close off for now, and I will catch everyone up after I pick Camden up from school today. Okay, we survived day 1 of kindergarten and of college. Went and picked up Camden, and he said that he had a great time. His teacher said that he did a really, really good job, and that really the only time they had any issues of any kind was when she blew the whistle for everybody to come in and get in line after recess, and it was just that he didn't quite get that that's what the whistle meant. So, sorry. So she said otherwise, one of the things we were really concerned about was he has a hard time with sitting down and staying in one spot. And she said he did really well at doing that. And the few times he did get up, if she asked him to go back and sit down, he did so without arguing. He did just a really phenomenal job. So that makes me feel a million times better. I felt like he would do okay. It's just regular anxieties about a new situation, a new environment, and all of that kind of stuff, both for kiddo and for mom. But they took him to the bathroom several times today, and he went every time that they asked him to go. He only had to be changed one time, which is a great thing. And then at 2:30, he went to occupational therapy, and they said that he did a really great job there too. He practiced riding a little bit more, and he had to sit on a balance ball that's kind of shaped like a peanut, where he could squeeze his knees and things like that. And they said that he did a really good job with sitting and paying attention to what he was asked to do and all of that kind of stuff. So it was all around a good day. I had my first math class today, and oops, with the sorry, I'm in a school crossing area. With the lots of kids. Okay. With the going over the syllabus and stuff like that, we really didn't get a whole lot done in class today. We kind of just went over syllabus. They went and showed us where the study center was for the math department, as well as where we would take our tests. And then we went back and started doing some review. This particular class prepares you to go on and take trigonometry and calculus. And so she was kind of going over the things that we're going to cover in class. And I'm going to need to log some serious hours on study time. Actually, we had to sign a contract, just really more of an ethics contract, saying that we agreed not to cheat, and we agreed to, go to the study center and ask for help if we needed it or whatever. And one of the things that it said was, and I understand and agreed to spend between 10 to 12 outside of classroom study hours each week for this course. And my jaw about hit the floor. I mean, I guess, that includes like homework time and things like that, but I thought, okay, so I sit in this class for just under 4 hours a week, plus an additional 10 to 12 hours of studying time. And that's just for the one class. I still have my first day of my biology class tomorrow. And then I have 2 online classes. Oh my gosh. So, luckily for me, science classes are not that difficult. So, I know I'm going to have to log hours to study for that. But I'm thinking it won't have to be as intensive as studying for my math class. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. My government class, I think the most difficult thing about it is the professor doesn't really do like weekly assignments. Your grades are basically your discussions, which there's usually 1 per chapter test, and we have 5 chapter tests. But each chapter test is over 4 to 6 chapters. So it's just a matter of utilizing all the tools to review and making sure that I budget my time well. But I actually have a good friend that checked in on me today after I dropped Camden off to see how things had gone. And I mentioned last night I couldn't sleep because I was so anxious about Camden going to school and the routine that we were going to have and things like that. And I told him that I'd only slept like 3 hours last night, and he just laughed at me. He's like, with everything that you do, you don't sleep. And, I do need to get more sleep. I'm not going to even mess around about that. I know I need to get more sleep, but do what you need to do to get your stuff done, right? Guess if nothing else, we can, I don't know. Camden will be going to bed earlier, so that'll give me more evening hours to study, but I don't know. We'll get it all figured out. Anyway, it was a good day. Camden already is saying that he wants to go back tomorrow, and he's excited to go back tomorrow, but we'll see how it continues to go. I think it's going to be good. And he's already said he made lots of friends, and so I think that that's a good sign for the year. But I'm almost to the gym now. I'm going to go in and work out at least for a little while. This cough may have me quit before I want to, but I need to get in a little bit of a workout at least. So we'll sign off for now and catch everyone up on what's going on tomorrow. Have a good Monday.